Yeah, what's up? So that video I did was a little bit of a short, and this is kind of like a recycled video, because I say the same thing all the time. But this is why, and I'm gonna just say it. I know my channel can be so confusing, but this is my belief on why a lot of races, not just white, they don't want to fuck with us, because things like this. That woman was just sitting outside the Whole Foods, minding her business, and she lost her dog. You know, she lost a companion that she built a relationship with. And they may try to sell that dog. I'm reading a comment I saw. They may try to sell that dog for maybe less than $1,000. Because the new thing today is stealing dogs. My one of my old neighbors who passed away like 5-6 years ago. It's gonna be 6 years now. He had a dog that got stolen. We called the dog Spooky. They stole his dog because he had more than one. And it's just that this is my thing. I want to just make this very clear. And people may call me all kinds of names for this. That's fine. People may tell me I'm ignorant. But when white people are in black neighborhoods, right, or just in a city where the racial demographics are even, they're not committing crimes against us. They're not bothering us. They don't come to our neighborhoods and ruin shit. We come to their neighborhoods and ruin shit. And when I see things like this, when I see victims of black on white crime, and I'm just as mad on black crime more, but the thing is, it's not, when it's black on white, it's not provoked at all. See, when it's black on black crime, 50% of the time, that person that's a victim may have done something, and that person retaliates in a way where, you know, they feel they need to get even. While when it's white on black, a lot of the times, it's not provoked. And the only reason I say that is because the only kind of white on crime that I could see happening, white on black crime happening, is from the police. And people don't mess with the police. So it's safe to say that black on white crime isn't really provoked. You know, if you want to say it's their fault, maybe them being in the wrong neighborhood, them being from the suburbs and not knowing that it's crime. But it just angers me when I see shit like this, man. I see people, victims of crime, and I'm surprised that they allow her to say the race on television. But I'm gonna say it again. This is why a lot of people don't want to be around us. You know, and I said this a bunch of times. I understand 100% now, but I have to guard myself too, because when people may have some kind of built up prejudice against you, you get screwed over. You don't want to be Uncle Ruckus and they hate you even more because you are disloyal to your own people. But anytime people have a dislike for the culture, not necessarily how we look, but just the culture or just how the kids are today, I 100% understand, because when this kind of shit happens, this is why people treat us the way they do. And you can't get mad when you're stereotyped, but you know, you live up to them. And like I said, I know people are going to say you're just regurgitating white talking points and, you know, white supremacists, you know, logic. Well, I guess your celebrities that you look up to so much, they think the same way, because they don't live around they don't live in the very neighborhoods that they grew up in. They try to get out of these communities when they get some money. So I think that they think the same way as me. They just can't voice it because they will offend the very people that put money in their pockets. But they won't live around these people. That's what I find hilarious. The very people that they defend, they won't live around. They'll take their money, but they won't live around these people because they know they'll lose their money. I think Ice Cube was the one rapper who tried to live in the hood when he got some money, and he had to leave because they kept robbing his ass. But I hope that woman can find her dog, because this is what I'm saying. Like, I remember this in Philly, right? They had something called flash mobs. Flash mobs were like a trend. See, we have Kia Boys now, but Philadelphia had flash mobs where they don't say the race of the people, but black teens would come. There'd be 20, 30 of them. They would come and they would attack people, take things from stores. They would come in large collectives and they would take things. And then they had this thing when if the police saw more than 10 people in a group, they would classify that as a flash mob. And my mom or my brother were saying that they were like attacking, they were profiling black people on South Street. South Street is like downtown Philly, but like on the south side of the downtown area where like all the museums and all the theaters are. But she just said, I remember she said that they don't want blacks in South Street. Well, it's not that they don't want them in South Street. It's more of they don't want their stores getting looted. They don't want their businesses getting destroyed. Because at the time, the one decent mayor we had, sort of decent mayor, like Michael Nutter, he spoke out against this. And this is before Krasner was the district attorney. You know, this is before, if you committed a crime, you wouldn't just get out of jail and then commit another crime, get up right out. No, you would, you did a little bit of a bid if you did something pretty reckless. But that video, man, I really would have felt better if she got her dog. I wouldn't be talking about this. If she would have got the dog and she just would have said, you know, these black females were trying to take my dog, I wouldn't even be making this fucking video. The fact that she didn't get it back, she lost something precious to her. That's why I'm just a little, I don't want to say I'm like upset about it. It's more of like I'm just embarrassed because people don't fuck with us first. It's always the other way around. It's very rare that other people, like, here's a perfect example. I don't talk to nobody at my job. And I don't make it where that they want to talk to me. They don't fuck with me. They're not bothering me. They may say some slick shit when I'm not around, but I don't care. But they don't bother me. Now at the other job, yeah, they'll fuck with me and I won't even say nothing to them. Well, the thing about them messing with me at the last job, a lot of the women there, they had sexual beef with me because I wasn't trying to proceed with their advances they were putting on to me, for one. For two, I know how to ignore people very good. I told you can't troll me. I'm untrollable in real life more than on YouTube, but I don't get trolled in real life. So it bothered them more that I wasn't responding to none of the things they were saying about me. But it's like it's like a lot of the times in the black community, there are no limits. Things don't stop. It persists until someone dies or someone goes to jail. And the one thing I can say pretty confidently, white people, for the most part, they won't really bother you. You know, they're not really out here looking for trouble, for the most part. And this woman wasn't. She's trying to just enjoy her day. And I feel like Brandon Tatum may talk about this too. So I'm gonna beat him to the punch. Because he always he's so one-sided. So they already know what he's gonna say. But I just hope she could find her dog, man.